Hello guys, so welcome to our session of learning German with EGIFL. So in today's session, we'll be learning about possessive articles. What are possessive articles? So guys, it's basically used to show possessiveness, belongingness or ownership. Like in English we say, this is my car. Okay, so here the possessive article that we have used is my, or is this your bag? Here the possessive article that we have used is your. Now how do we say that in German? And of course I'll give you some tricks that will help you to memorize that articles. So let's begin with our session. Okay guys, so let's start with the session. Now for I in German, what do we use is ich. Okay, now in English for I, the possessive article that we use is my. In German we use is mine. Okay, ich, mine. Mine means my. Now let's go for the next one, that is du. Du means you in an informal way for a singular person. So for you in English we use your. In German what do we use? Dein. Du, dein. You, your. Now the next one is er. Er means he. So for he, the possessive article that we use in German is, in English is his. In German, what do we use is sein. Okay, er, sein, he, his. Now let's move to the next one, that is es. Es means it. For English, for it we use its. In German, what do we use is again sein. Okay, es, sein. Now let's decide the next one, that is sie. Now what does this sie means? It means she. Okay, so for she in English we use her. In German for sie we use is ihr, which means her. Sie, ihr, she, her. Now let's move to the next set. Okay, the next one that we are about to discuss is wir. Okay, which basically means we. Okay, so in English for wir we use us. In German what do we use? Unser. Okay, wir we write unser, we, us. Okay, now the next one is ihr. Okay, IHR, ihr. This is used for informal plural. Okay, so for that the possessive article that we use in German is euer. Okay, you all, your. Okay, once again this is for informal plural. Now the next one that we are about to discuss is sie. Now this sie means they, third person plural. So what article do we use for they? In English we use their. In German we use ihr. Okay, sie, ihr. This sie and ihr means they, their. Okay, and the last one that we are about to discuss is the formal you, both singular and plural. Now just like the pronoun, even the articles are the same. Okay, so for formal you, both in singular and plural, the pronoun we use is sie. So the article that we use for both of them is again ihr. Okay, you, your. Now just like this formal sie, where the s remains in capital no matter wherever they comes in a sentence, this ihr, the I also remains in capital no matter wherever they comes in the sentence. Okay, so this is your possessive articles, okay, for different pronouns. So the next step should be, how do we memorize these articles? For that we have a trick. Now for those who have learned the periodic table, some of you might have used it a trick, basically learning with the initials. Some of you make a song, some of you make a sentence. We are going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so I've underlined already the initials, that is M for mine, D for thine, S for Zine, S for Zine, I for Ihr, U for Unser, E for Euer, I for Ihr and I for Ihr. So I'll just write down the initials quickly for you. M, D, S, S, I, U, E, I. Okay. So now, how do we learn this thing? So for that, you can use a sentence which I used. Basically, Maharaj Dharam Singh Stadium, India und England in India. Once again, Maharaj Dharam Singh Stadium, India und England in India. Now let's break it down one by one. Maharaj, M, mine, Dharam, D, thine, S, Singh, Zine, Stadium, S, Zine, I, India, Ihr, U und, which basically means and in English, is for Unser, England, E, which is basically Euer, in I is basically Ihr, and the last one is I for India, which basically Ihr. Now once again guys, I have written it in capital. As I have already told you earlier, this Ihr's I should always remain in capital. So once again, Maharaj Dharam Singh Stadium, India und England in India. MDSSIUEII. So this is how you can memorize this possessive article. So guys, that's all for today's session. I hope you guys have learned a lot. Until we meet next time, ciao, stay tuned.
Eduflair, education driven by passion.